y'all niggas is hungover, you still drinking, so you might be straight.
Feeling great, man. Feeling better, man.
You gonna make it?
For sure.
I got some waters.
I'm saying I'm good.
Alright, B. Alright.
Better than ever.
You had no breakfast?
Nah,
You're fucked.
I'm good.
Breakfast of champions.
Shit, where y'all wanna start?
Man,
Wendell Brown? Let's get that out of the way. I watched that bullshit last night.
that's
Oh, you did funny what?
Yeah, I watched the whole fucking thing. And let me
You
tell
talking
you
about the
something.
whole
I
interview?
watched the whole interview.
Oh, nah.
what you think?
Marco Brown's a dickhead. Orlando is it Marco Brown or is Marco
Funny
Funny
Marco.
Marco. Funny Marco. He's a dickhead. Orlando Brown, he's a crackhead dickhead.
For sure.
So that's double the fuckery.
Did you see the responses?
What you mean?
When Bow Wow responded on Twitter?
Yeah, Bow Wow
Yeah,
responded.
I saw Bow Wow's a dickhead.
No, it gets worse. Did you see Orlando's response to
No, I didn't see that.
Oh, he had a response to the tweet?
And Orlando Brown said, hey, Shy, called nigga by his name, all that.
Right.
Thank you for acknowledging me as a legend. But you gotta embrace it, man.
Whoa.
Wait.
He told him, hey, man.
Alright.
Hey, you gotta embrace it.
So wait, so we gotta start from the top.
Alright.
We gotta start from the top. Just in case motherfuckers don't know what we talking about. So Funny Marco interviewed Orlando Brown.
Yep.
First straight.
First strike, automatic.
I'm sorry.
Automatically they both out.
With the whole process, it's like, all right, we know this dude is on YouTube and he does ignorant shit.
Right.
You a grown behind man. You know what he about to do. Like, there's no way he got celebrities on every week.
Right.
You just walk in there like, oh, I don't know what's about to go on.
So then, let me ask y'all this. Y'all think how stupid it was that was playing?
I think it took a turn. I'm gonna let you go.
Well, no, all I was gonna say is, I think as soon as Orlando told him yes, I'm gonna show up.
Yeah.
It was bound to be some bullshit.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
It was bound to be some bullshit. When I was watching, I'm like, it didn't seem as organic as it seemed like Orlando Brown was like, I'm gonna do some dumb shit. I'm gonna say some dumb shit. I'm gonna do some dumb shit. Yeah. I feel like where it used to be more like it was surprising to us how wild this nigga was. I wasn't as surprised watching this. Like remember the interview he started talking about he sucked Raven titties or some shit like that. She sucked her dick.
Yeah. But I mean, you gotta go back. I mean, all they had to say is new Orlando Brown interview with Funny Marco.
Yeah.
And you knew some crazy shit.
Yeah. And some crazy, but then you look at it like that, some crazy shit has to happen, or it's fucking useless.
Because it's Orlando Brown.
Because it's Orlando Brown, Funny Marco interviewing, some dumb shit has to happen.
But it's funny to me because the whole interview, you can kind of tell Orlando Brown in a way he was like, all right, what's going on?
Yeah.
But time he said that about Lil Bow Wow, he saw how the roles reversed.
Yeah, Marco like, he's like, wait a second.
So Funny Marco asked this nigga, did you like 106 in Park? That nigga said when it was hot, when Lil Bow Wow was on there, he said, do you got a problem with Lil Bow Wow? And that nigga said, nah, Lil Bow Wow got some good pussy.
Bomb ass.
Some bomb ass pussy.
When he said that, I was like, wait, hold on. Whoa. Yeah, I was like, then again.
Somebody has to explain that to me. Where did that come from?
That probably just came out the back of his head.
That just came out of his ass. See, that's what, leading up to it. And that's why I watched the whole interview. He kept saying dumb shit. Like he was like, he would ask him like, you like Diddy? And he was like, I think you're Diddy.
Yeah,
I was like, it's really dumb, bro. He was like, you like Mariah or some shit like that? Yo, what if I want you to be Mariah? No, he said Danielle was Mariah or some shit like that.
Man, he probably supplied that nigga right before, like, come on, man. Go ahead, take this back. Start rolling.
That's crazy because that's how he is.
Right.
Like,
Soon as you get here, we got something for you, man. Go ahead and
if you supply an ignorant man with ignorance, he gonna give you more ignorance.
exactly. Yeah.
Y'all gotta see the reply, bro.
So
I
then,
to see this.
so Bow Wow responded. Bow Wow responded to the interview.
Mm-hmm.
What did Bow Wow say?
Basically, of course they went to Twitter. Everybody was tweeting,
Mm-hmm.
and you know how Bow Wow is. He got to big up himself first.
Right.
Basically talking about some it's good. No, he said it's certain names that people got to say to get clout basically.
Yeah.
And then from what I saw, some people agreed with it, and some people was like, "This is why we hate you." For that exact reason. Your name's not that big no more.
Right, my nigga.
But that's how Bow Wow is.
Yeah, for sure.
So I was laughing the whole time.
Yeah.
Just based off the response, it was so totally different. But
that's funny as fuck.
But
I think somebody said, Bow Wow's gotta respond, and he's like, he was along the lines of, I'm the legend. Like, why do I gotta respond to some shit like this?
Bow Wow.
Father.
That nigga Bow Wow swear he on Jay-Z, Diddy type level.
Hey, y'all remember that nigga had that hoodie on in the mall?
Oh yeah.
They don't know what shit
They don't know that. And then the kid responded to him, so we knew it was you, bro. We knew it was you, boy. We didn't give a fuck.
Yeah.
That shit was funny.
they don't know it's me.
Yeah,
they do.
Man, so Bow Wow responded with some dumb shit saying that, well, he gave Orlando Brown his credit. The smaller round of credit that he deserves.
That's why Orlando thanked him, then told him, you gotta embrace it. You got some bomb pussy, you gotta let the world know.
Yo.
This nigga Orlando Brown pops out like once a year with some shit like this, yo.
You know what?
That's all it takes.
That's all it takes.
That's all it takes. One statement can get you months of recognition.
Yeah.
Because it's not gonna stop no time soon.
Yeah. And that it's and that's why you gotta keep going. That's why you gonna keep responding back. If Bow Wow respond, he gonna stick with it because
That's his
right. That's a little bit of something right there. You know what I'm saying? And then if this one popped like it did, they can do another one.
Especially because fame is the drug for some of them.
Yeah, that's true too. Yeah. Look at me. Look at me. Look at me. That's all they want. Everybody, all eyes on me. That's what niggas want.
I feel like that's what Bow Wow is at this point. I know this going off topic of Orlando Brown, but it's like, they got another Millennium Tour coming up now.
Mm-hmm.
So the more people talk,
Yeah.
the more he thinks tickets gonna get bought.
Right.
The thing is, okay, so conspiracy theory.
Don't you say what I think?
This nigga. Go ahead.
Bow Wow done planted Orlando. Get his name out again. I'm just saying.
If Bow Wow sat
Now he ain't think he gonna say some shit like that. He
yeah.
probably, I'm just saying, I don't put it past them. Funny Marco. He probably, he ain't Bow Wow as far as a celebrity,
Right.
but he's a big name. Hey, get
Right.
let's see, holler at both of them, see how can we get me mentioned in this,
Right. Yeah.
and then the shit go left. You can get somebody just a little more sane. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Right.
Now we got a national controversy.
But that ain't no when it was like, nah, it couldn't have been like that because the way it happened, it was like, yo, you like almost 6 in Park.
But think about it. That's a easy.
You think that's an easy segue? That's a
Right.
Bow Wow.
If you said, when AJ Free was there, you remember when Bow Wow was on there? Oh yeah, I remember Bow Wow. He got bomb ass pussy.
Yeah.
That quick.
I think just asking about 106 apart automatically.
Automatically.
Something funny was coming.
Yeah.
They said Bow Wow can call them same goons he called on Soldier Boy.
Man.
You remember that video?
Yeah. So now I'm gonna have to smack that ass.
With big hats on.
That's what he probably did to Orlando Brown.
Oh shit, room full of big hats.
The niggas was standing back there looking scared as hell.
That's crazy.
Who we talking shit to, man? You gotta let me know before you start the camera and shit. Who are we talking to?
Niggas was relieved when they said, okay, whew, the Soldier Boy.
It just Soldier Boy.
Oh God, I ain't know who you got on the talking to.
Right.
Was that before or after Soulja Boy and Ice-T got into it?
Soulja Boy got to it.
Yes.
Stop.
Yes.
Stop it.
Oh,
Because when Soulja Boy was popping, everybody was on.
I know it was after.
It was after.
I remember that. Yeah.
Because Soulja Boy, he was taking over the world. Nigga, IT said, y'all young niggas fucking up the game.
So shit old ass.
Oh my God, yeah.
That's all. So that's also for detail.
Yeah, that was before Big Draco was born.
Oh yeah.
What?
It just happened.
When did it shift, yeah?
When he went Yeah, he go to jail for a second.
No, you know what? It was probably the jail thing.
Yeah, and then when he got into it with Chris Brown, that's when.
It was before that. It was or when did he get into it with Chris Brown?
That was some years ago.
Was that before or after the Vlad interview where he was
It was.
Yeah,
It might have been that Vlad interview.
I think he turned.
That might have been it. That might have been the birth.
That'd have
of
been
Draco.
the rest of the world learned it. I don't know
Yeah.
when he started saying shit. You know what I'm saying?
That was the first time we saw Big Draco.
That was-
He ain't been the same since. What?
You know what's even more funny about that is watching the interview of the nigga he shot after with Black.
I ain't see that shit.
Yeah, the nigga didn't die. The nigga didn't die. Man.
So what did he say? And it happened like he said it happened?
I mean, he said he came back up there, so boy definitely shot his ass, but he's
Yeah.
like the whole 007 James Bond shit. Nah, nothing. He said the nigga pulled his mask off. He said, they knew me, I ain't had no mask on. You know what I'm saying? They knew I was doing bullshit business.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But he said, I shot his ass.
He said, I pulled his mask up. I knew who it was.
I knew who it was.
I said, fuck.
Yeah, man. I'm like, bro, that's first degree murder.
That
At
nigga's-
that point.
Bro, yes. I saw who it was.
Fuck.
Yo.
He
that's
said it like
funny
that.
as
Like,
hell.
well, now I gotta get rid of it.
But the nigga did break in his house and got fired.
Yeah.
So.
So we discovered the birth of Big Draco. That's what's up. Yeah. But back to this nigga Orlando, bro. He popping back? He popping again?
What's crazy is right before that interview with Funny Marc, I saw some shit. The mom, you know, Proud Family came back on Disney Plus.
Yeah.
I saw the mom or one of the voices on there like, you know, we should get him back. You know what I'm saying? That shit aged like the bananas.
Hey, chill out about the niggas, Sorry. Oh. So he pretty much fucked that up.
I think
Yeah,
that's safe to say.
Disney's not hiring this nigga again.
Hell no.
That's never going to
Yeah,
happen.
and if there was this much of an opportunity, like, you know
Yeah.
what, we might be a part of a redemption story.
Nah.
It's a wrap.
Yeah. I didn't know, yo, he had Raven Simone's face tattooed on him.
Wait, what?
And yeah, you could see it in the interview, and then he like they mentioned it like he has Raven Simone's face tattooed like right here on his like neck, chest area.
Sound like some young type of stuff.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, boy, she must have took his virginity or something.
Something between them.
Yeah, something like
For
that.
sure.
I mean, yeah.
That's
No, she
young
def-
child star.
yeah, that definitely happened. Like
Yeah.
they had a little something, but
Absolutely.
for him to get her face tattooed on his chest,
That's some type.
and I'm pretty sure that was after like
Yeah.
Disney Channel, after that's on
Yeah.
like this was when Raven was on probably The View or whatever the fuck show she
Right.
should be on.
Cause she was coked out for a second.
She was too. That was probably close out together
Maybe,
for a little bit.
yeah.
For sure. For sure.
Hollywood different, man.
Hollywood is different.
For them stars, like I told you, fame the drug. Think about it. If fame is the drug, and you get too old, you know, you was a child star, you grow up, you ain't got no show, you've been pigeonholed into this role, you just a little goofy kid,
Yeah.
you know. Only a couple people done escaped.
Yeah.
Or we had that little second Marcus Houston, he popped back out for a second. You got served, and he right back on.
All right. Man, Marcus Houston funny as hell, but I swear to God, I only remember like 2 Marcus Houstons. I remember Naked, of course.
Everybody know that one.
Yeah, and then the John, the feet shit he was doing in the video, the circles.
Yeah. No, I
Somebody help me, let me get out of the circle.
Sir, yeah, that's a song.
Yeah,
Yeah, I remember that.
that's it. That's all I remember from him. And
Head shaped like a fist.
huh?
Nigga's head is shaped like a fist.
You're a shit, you know. It is for sure. For sure.
Yeah, what you-
Did he touch Fizz too?
Wait, what? I think he got touched low key by Chris Stokes.
Oh, he was getting touched too. Oh, okay.
He's a fucked up man.
Stokes had them.
Stokes.
Like Chris Chris Strokes.
Nah, Stokes.
That's crazy.
I mean, that's what they call him. Chris Strokes.
He popped them out when they was kids though. So
Yeah.
from kids to
And
grown
Mario
men.
ain't even protect them boys, man.
Protect them.
Alright, so I'm trying to get on
He's
this.
probably, how come he was the same age?
I'm saying, he was the starter.
Man, he was probably trying to keep himself protected. He was probably like, oh, not me, I'm him.
He touched him, telling everybody.
I ain't gonna be the dad to protect him. I'll tell you that right now.
But you know what? It probably was like some Destiny's Child shit. Like any of them other niggas, we could find another little teenage.
Yeah,
nigga
that's
to
probably
replace
what
them.
we could replace y'all
can't
niggas.
replace them.
Man, that's his
Leave
child.
them alone, Chris.
That's his child. They used to get them right the fuck up out of there. At
And
one
so-
point, it was 4.
Yep, it started out as 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sick.
Man, it's motherfuckers, cause you know the bitch from, I ain't gonna call her bitch, but damn, the woman from, Power, the,
Tasha.
Tasha, yeah. She was in Destiny's Child.
She was in 3LW too.
I mean, but that was like her group, you know what I'm saying? Destiny's Child, she was one of them,
Backup son.
yeah, one of them substitutes.
Substitute.
And then, who else was in there?
Latasha Luckett.
Yeah, Latoya Luckett.
Latoya.
Yeah.
My bad.
Latoya
I don't know
Luckett.
about the sound of me.
Yeah.
There's
another.
It was a thick one.
It would never know.
She was kind of thick.
Man, think people weren't even allowed on TV back then, man. That's like,
Man, it's funny that you say that.
Beyonce,
She had baby fat.
Beyonce, she got a nice shape. Her ass is tight.
she was up on that wall. She was thick.
Yeah, she's thick.
That
But
shit
that
changed
was,
the game.
yeah, because that was as thick as they was going at that
Right,
point.
right.
You know what I'm saying? Nowadays,
Shit,
if y'all was to watch Insecure, it's some thick bitches on there. Some thick women. Some thick women.
See how you feel. You see how you feel.
They cold, boy. Y'all gotta watch Insecure, man. I'm telling you.
You know what's even crazy though? You know, you think about that. How thick the changed. You know what I'm saying? Like you remember when, like back in the day, everybody was like J-Lo and her big butt.
Yes,
and I'm like,
yes.
I don't see it.
I never saw it. I was like, she looked good,
Yeah,
but
she
she's
look
not thick.
very good.
She got a fit looking butt.
Nah, but I can see.
And Shakira and all of them. I'm like, they look very good, but they're not what I consider.
But you know what? I hate to say it, but or, you know, I ain't gonna say that, but I'm gonna ask a question. Who do y'all think really started this thick shit being famous? Like really being the new thing. I have a name, but when it really became like, this is part of it. White, black, any races, you gotta have some names.
I can think of 2 names.
Okay,
Kim.
that's the same one I'm thinking. I'm like, I hate to say it, but I think she started this thick shit.
I'll say
She
Kim.
took it to the next level at least.
I'll say Kim made it okay, like to be on TV with white people having a fat ass.
With white people. You know, I take that back. My bad, Cherokee. You the one. You started this thing.
Cherokee?
That's a different lane.
That's a different lane.
She
my
was
boy.
just as famous.
She wasn't.
But she couldn't
she
go
wasn't
on like
TV famous.
yeah, she wasn't on
Now she
television.
I'm saying, but what I'm saying is,
If we going down that lane,
no, I'm just
too
saying.
many.
I'm saying, who started the crazy ass wave?
Right.
Crazy ass.
Yeah.
What about Bucky the Body? You forgot about her.
Y'all talking about some freaks, boy.
But I'm saying,
Welcome to the drop.
I'm saying,
That's
Cherokee.
not the same though.
What
What
I'm
you talking
saying,
about?
Cherokee was just as famous.
Yes,
Yes.
that's true.
Yes, but no. And I say
Kim made it mainstream to where white,
Yeah, okay.
Right.
Asian women trying to get it.
which that's a different level of fame right there. So Cherokee wasn't on that level. She was on the level of like we all knew her. We all lived in different
Right.
places.
But what I'm saying is, she made it to where a crazy amount of ass was what people wanted.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
She took ass to the next
right.
level.
But Kim took it to where you could stand next to the president with a fat ass. And then
You put it like that.
right. And then the other name I would say, because Kim made it so that people was like, whoa, you know what I'm saying? That's like, okay, we like that, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like the one who made it like popular, where people wanted to copy that shit, was Nick. I think like motherfuckers didn't really start going crazy with BBLs and shit like that until
The Anaconda video was crazy.
But I mean, they've been doing it before then, though. I feel
they was doing it, but I mean like
the crazy amount.
Like Cardi probably, you know what I'm saying? I know Cardi and Nicki beef and shit, but Cardi probably wouldn't have did that shit if Nicki never did it.
Oh, of course.
No,
You know what I'm saying? Like
Cardi
all
was a
these-
skinny stripper.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Right, and strippers probably wouldn't even did it as much. Strippers was probably doing it first.
But the thing, well, one thing I'm gonna say,
Right.
going back to my lane, when I just said Cherokee, you go to a strip club to see the same shit you see.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
So yeah, strip clubs for sure, but
And then social media, strippers now, all they shit boosted.
yeah, that was like the first stuff I started following when I got on Instagram, was the twerk pages.
Okay.
The twerk pages.
I'll give you one little nugget. It will kind of age me, but I remember twerk team actually came to my roster freshman year of college.
Yeah.
Saw them in person. Not bad. Continue. The original version, because
Yeah.
I think one of them passed away. But the original version of it, it came down to Austin.
This nigga said not bad.
Not bad.
You should have cracked.
What I'm saying, the game done changed now. We see so much twerking and so much ass on twerkers nowadays.
Just normal now.
Yeah, but back then,
Yeah. That's like going to
Yeah,
the
it was-
That's a gold mine.
yeah,
It's
so,
like, yeah, that shit like going to the aquarium
I never
back
seen
then.
that.
Whoa. But that's the thing though. That was like, I feel like we talking more about like fake asses. Cause you could walk down the street in the hood and see ass like that.
yeah,
on any given day.
I'm saying, but there was girls with ass adding ass.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact.
That's when it took the next level. Like, yeah, you
Yeah.
are already thick. And
Right.
she's like, nah,
Right.
I need titties and more ass.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
and now that's mainstream.
See, so if you look at it like this, I feel like we could say Kim brought fat asses, but I feel like the black community anyway, didn't give a fuck. We was more like, okay, this bitch got some ass, some fake ass. We could say ass. They didn't really give a fuck. I mean, yeah, granted, niggas secretly wanted to crack that for sure. For sure. I mean, it wasn't a secret. It was a secret until Ray J he put us out there, like, you know what I'm saying? But motherfuckers wasn't trying to copy that. Yeah. White girls is probably looking like, yeah, when I get grown, I'm gonna probably do that too. But motherfuckers wasn't copying it yet. Nicki, she probably look at a motherfucker like Cherokee and like, yo, they're getting a lot of attention.
Especially
Like,
since she got part of her fame through that same lane.
right,
You know what I'm saying?
exactly. She's like, ah, fuck that, I need this right here. And then I feel like from there it was easy. It was like, all right, it's not even I'm not even thinking about this shit. Anyway, I can go get it. As soon as I go get this BBL, I'm going to get
And
it.
now it's affordable. You know what
So,
I'm saying?
yes, I told you, I'm
$500.
gonna get one.
Yo, you gotta stop, man.
I'm gonna just make my calf muscles bigger, man.
You're gonna be looking like John Cena,
Cat said they was doing it to make motherfuckers taller, yo.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna be 6'5" in this bitch.
I'm like, man, you ain't gonna put
I was about to say, yeah, they put screws in your, I think in your thigh or something like that, and then when they turn the screws, it extends, so it's little by little of them stretching your bone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
your shit gonna fall off.
Yeah,
Like
that's what I'm like. Yeah, you wanna shit.
Legs gonna drop off your fucking knees when you turn 60, man.
walking around, your leg fall off.
But anyway, y'all watch the Chappelle shit?
Yeah, I watched it.
I was actually gonna watch it, but I couldn't get into it.
It was pretty good, man. And yeah, it wasn't a comedy, but I feel like this the best bag any nigga has ever gotten into.
He said that.
That comedy / philosophy shit that he's been doing the last few years.
Well, here's the thing. If you really think about it, that's comedy. Comedians are our social speakers.
Yeah,
type. You know
right.
what I'm saying? Like, if they see the world different,
Right.
I feel.
Yeah,
Like,
and they don't mind saying controversial shit because it's a joke. You know what I'm saying? It's a joke. It's not a joke. Like, I'm not playing, but it's funny because it's real. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like even the shit, the new shit, it wasn't supposed to be funny, but I laughed.
Yeah, I laughed a couple times.
Yeah,
but mostly,
I
I'm soaking it in. I'm like, okay, this shit,
Right.
somewhat inspirational.
Yeah,
You know, this nigga say, and then on some like drop the mic type shit. At the end, he's like, I don't even mind to my own horn, but that shit I did with the closer, that's peak comedy right there, and nobody's gonna top it. Yeah. And I mean, and if you can,
do it, right?
You know what I'm saying?
And then he said, like, in any arena, right? Any genre, like, if you can top that shit, if you can do that at that level, do it. Yeah. If not, shut the fuck up.
He's like, it's the same one. Like, you thought after what the industry, society, what I done been through, niggas forget I quit. Dave Chappelle at its height. Right. You know what I'm saying? They thought they was gonna make $1 billion off of me. Right. And they want me to do some bullshit. So I had to, see myself up out of that. Then y'all got the kids, kids that y'all don't put words in their mouth. Kids that ain't even, which double-edged sword, you can't say they don't understand. But I don't feel like I was one of those kids that didn't understand how the world worked. Right? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. But at the same time, people can't put words in their mouth for plant ideas.
Yeah, they probably understand.
Yeah, but it was another part in there that I wanted to talk about too. It was the part where he was talking about, because the whole thing was about him being at the school where he went to school at for arts and shit, and learn how to act and shit like that. And so they was trying to name the theater after him.
I think that was the
right. Yeah, they wanted to name the theater after him, and I don't know. I'm not sure if he. I guess at the end he was saying he didn't accept it, and he ended up choosing a different name for the theater that kind of better fit. But anyway, he was getting into talking about growing up in that school and having friends and people that kind of had like minds and shit like that. Mm-hmm. And when he was talking about it, I was kind of like envious because I didn't have that shit. Like, I mean, yeah. But I went to school with the same niggas for 4 years. I don't really like them niggas. I didn't really like them motherfuckers. Like, it was a lot of hater ass niggas. I ain't really like all the girls and shit there. I ain't really fuck with them like that. I mean, they wasn't bad, man. They wasn't. I ain't had no problem with them. I just wasn't that cool with them. I wasn't as cool with them as they was with each other. You know what I'm saying? And I feel like they was fake to each other, but they couldn't see it like I saw it because I was kind of like an observer. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like if you had that, that's beneficial. But I never had that. I had that with my family, brothers and sisters, and shit. Like, man, my brothers and sisters, we would help raise each other and shit like that, and teaching them new things. But I'm envious of that situation because he was able to get it from a broader spectrum. All these people coming from different places, coming to learn different shit, and all in one building. That's kind of
that's the thing with living in one place the whole time. In a sense.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, Louisiana's home, right? You know what I'm saying? That's where I feel
more home.
Right. That's where I feel that's me.
Right.
Georgia's second. You know what I'm saying? But that's because that's the other place I've stayed the longest.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I stayed there from 6 years. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? But that's where all the formative ages of an adult, from 12 to 20, 21. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Something like that. So, the friends that lasted through that, mm-hmm. We done seen from teens, middle school, high school, mm-hmm. college, everything that comes with that. That's the women, the sports,
so how many
the life decisions.
How many would you say made it through?
Made it through, for sure.
Your clone today?
Probably 5. Maybe 4.
That's decent. Same for you too. Mm-hmm. You grew up down the road.
But that's the thing with how I feel when you really find who your friends are. 9 times out of 10, some of your lifelong friends ain't even gonna be from high school. It's gonna be from college. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Because if you stayed in the same place, middle school, high school, there's a lot of people that go to college and either they be who they really are, or they change. You know what I'm saying? And they fake it. Yeah. But it's just like when, like I know with my middle school, when we went to high school, it combined us from like 3-4 different middle schools.
Right.
So now it's an influx of different girls, you know, different people. So then you
Right.
really find, okay, yeah, this somebody that think more like me.
Right.
This somebody, you know, not
So
just.
do you feel like even like outside of your like your clique or your like your,
Mhm.
your group of friends, you feel like it was a camaraderie with like the whole community that you was in?
I don't know if I ever looked at it as that big of a picture.
See, and that's what I'm saying. It's like I feel like what he was saying was like he was learning from everybody around him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But one thing I will say, he was at a school you had to try it out to get into.
He had tried to get into it, but it was also like he was saying like the people, like the actual people was like, we didn't come here just to learn. Like we came here to communicate with each other and like help build each other up. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you think about it like for this particular thing, when you get into a group of folks all doing the same thing,
Yeah.
you start to, you know, there's certain
Right.
things that make sense. to
Right.
you.
So that's beneficial as fuck then. Like
Right.
so that like let you
That's the reason why majors split up. Like you do the same classes in
Yeah.
college like the first couple years.
yeah.
Then when it's your major, okay,
Right.
business people, this our building.
Yeah.
Everything business, that's what we gonna do.
That might need to happen before college.
For sure.
And that's how it was for him. Like, you know what I'm saying? He knew what the fuck he wanted to do, which is hard to figure out for one, especially so young. You know what I'm saying? But he knew what he wanted to do, so he was able to go to a school that allowed him to do it and be around more like-minded people.
Now, the one thing I always say, if the greats though, you know, to be the best at something in the world, or even top 5 or something in the world, you were gonna be that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like the reason he figured it out is because he was that fucking good at it naturally.
Right.
All they did was hone.
Right.
And I feel like the great's gonna be great. You drop them in any generation, and that applies to almost everything.
Yeah.
For me,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, shoot, LeBron could have been in the NFL if he wanted to. He's just that type of athlete.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
shoot, Lamar could have been in the NBA if he wanted to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The world class athletes. I mean, it's something. It's hard to fuck it up. I'll put it like that.
Yeah, that's true.
You got some people that gotta work hard to be great, and then you just got some people who just wake up and just be great.
Right.
Then you got some that has natural talent but don't put in their work.
Or now I'll say an environment. You know, you've seen that change some things.
That too can
Yeah.
definitely change it because
You know.
I mean, state sports. All these athletes that's in the league now, they wasn't the best coming out of their high school. They wasn't the best coming out of their college.
Shit.
Not all of them.
Yeah.
Right.
But I mean,
Braun wasn't even really the best high school basketball player coming out. Shit. Exactly.
Sure. Shit.
I'm dead serious. Like it was a cat. They got a documentary on his documentary. He said it was a guy at the ABCD camp. He was way better than me. His life just turned out different.
yeah. So what happened to him? Just a fuck nigga. I mean, shit. Like I know a nigga that used to tell me he like, motherfuckers be in the like at the pickup games at the court and shit talking about, oh, I could have been an NBA, I could have all that shit. So what happened? Either you was good enough or you wasn't.
That's
You know what I'm saying? And it maybe it was circumstance. Maybe. But most of the time it's more like either you wasn't physically good enough or you wasn't mentally good enough. You know what I'm saying? Like,
your mental didn't. Like my biggest thing, like you talk to folks, like you know, like I'm 6 foot even. Like man, if I was 6'7", I would've. No, and you know I'll just be real with myself. I ain't had a work ethic to be no NBA player.
Yeah.
No, because you can be 6 foot in the NBA.
right.
You can.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like if you're that good, if you worked on your craft to that point, you know.
Right. Yeah. That's how I feel. Cause like in high school, even in college, like motherfuckers, and I'll tell myself like, yo, I could really go to the NFL. Like I could really do that shit. Niggas thought I was good enough, like physically, but like I wasn't never really mentally prepared like for that type of run. You know what I'm saying?
To put this one thing above everything else.
Right.
That's
Exactly.
the type of dedication.
And I didn't even realize that until after I did make it. And I was like, yo, I really wasn't pushing myself for that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, maybe I was good enough physically, but I wasn't like pushing myself to get there. If I did, you know what I'm saying? It probably could have happened.
Right.
Which means I didn't have the fucking mental capacity to get me there. And that's on me. You know what I'm saying? Motherfuckers be talking like, oh, I just needed a few more inches. Nah, nigga.
Nah, you need more.
You still ain't gonna hit that bitch right.
Okay, we gonna got you.
You weak as hell, man.
But no, like with me, I played ball my whole life. I really, growing up, you like, oh, I want to go to the NFL, I want to go to the NBA. Kids being kids.
Yeah.
You hit high school, and it's like, all right, we see what's what.
Yeah.
Ninth grade, you like, okay, maybe I can get into
Him.
Nah. Ninth grade, you just want to get the varsity.
Shit.
You get the varsity, it's like, all right, I'm starting now.
Yeah.
Let me try to get some film. Maybe I can go to college.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Junior year, senior year hit, it's like, all right, just in case I don't go to college, what am I doing?
Right, yeah.
But like with me, it's like, I was like, all right, I'm 5'7", senior year. I ain't going D1.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody looking at me D1.
Yeah.
Let me go.
They're not even pulling up the tape.
Nah, they not even. They not typing my name in D1.
Yeah.
So I'm like, let me send film to D2, D3, JUCO. By the grace of God, Faulkner gave me a shot.
Yeah.
I was there for like 2 years. Some stuff came up, and I was like, yeah, I can't stay here.
Yeah.
So I was like, gotta hang it up.
Right.
Some people know, some people try to, like
Yeah.
5'7". At the time, I was like 295s. I was like, yeah, I ain't.
Yeah.
Years go by.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm gonna finish school. I'm in the library one day. Cat just walk up to me like, you wanna play semi-pro ball? I'm like, what is that? I don't know what that is.
Right.
They're like, yeah, there's a couple teams down here. I was like, yeah, I'll give it a shot.
Yeah.
Go to practice one day. My first year, I ended up starting for the Private Patriots. I'm like, oh, I see what this is. Because with them, it's like a stepping stone to get back to college,
Mm-hmm.
Canadian League, European League.
Yeah.
They got leagues way in Brazil. I ain't even know.
Yeah.
Man, it's places everywhere. Mexico, like
Yeah.
all types of stuff. So I was like, let me get back to this.
Right.
Halfway through the year, Clark Atlanta coach come to one of our practices. He offered me scholarship.
Mm-hmm.
At the time, I'm engaged. Yeah, so I'm like,
You shocked as hell.
I wanted to go. I wanted to go so
Man, I
bad.
left that bitch. I left that bitch right to say.
Bro, when I tell you, now that I'm at where I'm at, I kick myself every day for that.
Yeah.
Because like that's an experience that I can't get back.
Right. Can't never go back.
Ain't as bad as my baby mama turned down a full ride to Bama to play basketball because she couldn't leave the elder.
Why
Couldn't
she
leave her
couldn't leave?
mom.
She couldn't leave her mom.
She just some folks stuck. You know what I'm saying? She really stuck. That's part of the reason.
See, and that's
we just couldn't. I'm like, and I met her a couple years after that. And when she told that story, I had to confirm it with her. I'm like, yo, you force her.
Right.
Like, at that point,
Yeah.
you gotta, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You gotta push them out the nest, but when you look at the family dynamics, it all makes sense. It's like,
That's crazy, man. Like, I remember my mom cried like when she was sending me off and shit, but it was like, you can get your ass up out of here. Like,
you gotta
go do something.
Very good.
Yeah, shit like,
Some folks, man, they family from the great granddaddies all the way down to the little cousin, they stay in that same place
but
their
see,
whole life.
that's where it go back to like, and that's an extreme like down here as far as like mental capacity. Like, you ain't got the mental capacity to leave your crib.
to leave.
You ain't never gonna be able to accomplish shit if you don't get over that. Like, goddamn, and that's why like,
Exactly.
yeah.
I'm just.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you ain't, but like, cause me, like, I had like a mental issue, like social anxiety, autism, low-key, and shit like that. And like, But that's one thing my mom saw when I was young. She was like, if this nigga can't talk to people, you can't do shit. So that's why she automatically like from the get go. As soon as I could learn how to walk and talk, and I started acting weird, she was like, nah, stop acting weird. We're gonna get you out of that. You know what I'm saying? Little by little, but we're gonna get you out of that. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, I'm putting you in front of people. You gotta talk up. I'm putting you on stage, whatever. It's an event. People got a chance to go on stage. You're up there. I'm gonna make you sing. I'm gonna make you. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be in the. All you gotta do, like, come on, man. And then like, yeah, like you gotta get out of that dumb shit, man. I can only imagine where I would be if I never did some of the things I did to get myself out of that like weird space of not wanting to be around people, talk to people.
But it helps having people
that can push you. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like I say, one of the things I'm thankful for is my dad came and got me from Louisiana. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you know, he was in the military, so he'd go, you know, he'd be wherever he was. But, you know, every time he come down, he like, man, it really don't make sense. My situation is 100 times better than that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, him fixing that, you know, at the immediate, of course, you're not happy. You know what I'm saying? But long term, you look at, okay, I look back at the career and I'm like, man, like I already know 100% I would have had, I think I'd have had at least 4 baby mamas. At least. And that's not even a joke. Like, no, I'm saying, I just know that at least 4. I don't know what I would have done for money.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Cause you know, all my uncles moved to Texas as far as Louisiana, so it's just grandma, mom, aunts. So, and honestly, we did what we wanted past like 10.
This shit nasty as fuck. You gonna be drunk, motherfucker.
I'm about to take it today. It's over.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's like, I feel you, cause like we of course we moved from Philly, South Philly, ghetto, crackheads everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Drug dealers right up the street. My mom, she gotta whoop drug dealers' ass just to tell them like, yo, my kid's not with y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like, we go down to Georgia and it's like a totally different scene. Like Philly, we was fighting every day. Into a fight every day. Like ain't no telling where that could have went. Now granted, it probably wouldn't have been that bad because me and like our family so take care of each other, tight knit, teach each other shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I had older brothers who became adults in Philadelphia. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And they was just but also though we was so tight knit. They was almost like scared to leave the nest. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. One of my older brothers, he passed away now, but he was probably like 21, 22, 23, something like that. And he was still at the house. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, when I think about it now, I'm like, that nigga's still at the house. But then I'm also like, we was in Philly. It was probably a little bit tougher for him to move around or think, oh, let me go get a crib by myself. He probably would have been in a smaller place and worse.
It's more dangerous.
It's more dangerous, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Versus you by yourself, or you here at the crib with your 5 brothers, your dad who be losing it, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Makes perfect sense.
Yeah.
But when it comes to that, honestly, how I look at it is you get like he was saying, like his family is like when you like that tight knit, it's like it's more of big brother, big sister looking out for the younger ones, knowing what they gotta come up with.
Right.
But then you got some like I'm at the crib, I ain't gotta pay no bills.
Right.
I'm not going nowhere.
I've seen seen both sides of it. Like one of my little cousins, she finally left, but she about to get married, so you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
She's a year younger than me. And she ain't live with her mom, she lived next door with my grandma the whole time. And you know, folks get used to living places for free and all that, to the point that they get disrespectful. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Get like literally lazy type shit.
Yeah.
That's the one thing, I say, my dad's biggest thing is, he's less on buying stuff. He'd rather though, you're gonna get an experience.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You're gonna do a fucking talent show. We're gonna go to we're gonna go to a whole different state type shit.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So,
Yeah. And that's how I see. Like my mom, she kind of funny with it, cause like we was in the trenches. You know what I'm saying? She didn't care. Y'all doing all the weird shit. You know what I'm saying? Like all the other cool popular kids, they like, oh, we not participating in the talent show or the you know what I'm saying? Like we not going up on the church and singing or doing these scriptures and shit like that. Nah, y'all up there, y'all doing all of that. She sent my brother to and I'm talking about like we at a school where we fighting every day, and it's a private school too. But we still fighting every day. Private schools in the north, like inner city, is different from private schools I've seen down in Georgia anyway.
Really?
It's chilling. Yeah, but she sent him to like it was called like Maritime Academy or something like that. It was like a school for like real smart kids. Almost down there like that the school Dave Chappelle was talking about, but it wasn't like an art school. It was more like
a magnet school.
yeah, like a magnet school. You know what I'm saying? But he was like real young, and he did not want to do that shit. But my mom like, yo, you smart as hell. I'm not gonna have you, you know what I'm saying, over here when I know you could be over here making a real like, or building a better future. You know what I'm saying? If I can help you build a better future, I'm going to do it. You know what I'm saying? And even if like he didn't go to that school and then like Dave Chappelle, he went to that school and then became a comedian. You know what I'm saying? Even if it wasn't that same type of route, I feel like doing that helped them mature mentally.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Doing shit like that for me helped me mature mentally. Like even just small shit, because she used to just send me across the street. Yo, I go ask them for sugar. I'm like, Mom, I can't do that shit. I can't talk to no strangers like that. That's weird as hell. Like, nah, you go do that. But that shit helped me like later on. Now I get it now, but back then I was mad as hell. I'm like, why you keep making me do this? Like, stop playing with me like that. You know what I'm saying? But
for me, I'm the same way with you. I hate talking to people.
Yeah.
I hate getting on stage. I really didn't get over that till I say 2 years ago.
Damn.
Yeah. Like if I know you,
Yeah.
I can give you all the conversation.
And now you got a degree in fucking broadcast journalism.
I had to. Like I had to get over it.
Yeah.
Like,
you had to get over
like,
it.
there's no way you can make your way through college without communicating. You just spilled the church's money. You can't make your way through college without communicating and networking with people and you expect to be successful in anything.
Facts.
So with me,
That's a fact.
I had to, cause like I go to class.
Idiot.
I go to class, go back to my dorm, I don't say nothing to nobody.
Yeah.
I got to the point where like, I can't do this for 4 years. I can't.
Yeah.
I gotta talk to somebody.
Yeah, man.
So it's like, I don't know, it felt weird at first. It was like, I don't know, buddy from a can of paint.
Yeah.
But he's spending me his life. Where
Right.
he from overseas. I don't really care.
Right.
But I'm communicating with bro because he going out his way to communicate with me.
Yeah.
So now it was like, alright.
Yeah. But that's the thing, like I'm grateful for like I said before, I ain't had that type of like camaraderie like my high school and shit. I just really couldn't relate with them niggas, I guess.
Outside of
I
sport.
mean, there's a lot of fuck niggas. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a fuck nigga, so it's hard to relate with fuck niggas if you're not a fuck nigga. Chill out, man. I ain't no fuck nigga.
If you play ball, I'm pretty sure you did in high school.
Yeah.
You already know. If it ain't your teammate, you ain't really talking to nobody for real.
Yeah, and that's the thing. Like, I even like my teammates, and it's I did have one nigga who I'm still friends with today. My nigga LT and his brother Los. Them my niggas like forever. I know them niggas like 10 years. You know what I'm saying? Like, them the only solid nigga, like 100% solid niggas. It's maybe another nigga, but you know what I'm saying? Maybe I don't know, but like I'm grateful for like to have like a couple people. You know what I'm saying? That I was able to learn some shit from. You know what I'm saying? And then like when I got to college, I was grateful for like, cause I still didn't want to talk. That was gonna be weird as fuck for me. I'm like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm in there like, damn, I'm gonna play football. You know what I'm saying? Do these classes, get the fuck up out of here as soon as possible. You know what I'm saying? That was what I'm thinking. I'm like, I gotta move through this shit smooth. You know what I'm saying? I ain't planning on making no friends and shit for real. But I was grateful for like my roommate, the white guy, he really wanted to be friends. Like, he really, like he would. I mean, like first day, like I'm gonna get something to eat. I ain't say nothing to him. He come follow behind me, yo. You gonna leave me? Like we gotta get something to eat together. We best friends now. Like you know what I'm saying? Like I'm grateful for people like him and like a couple of other people I met there that we still friends and shit now. Like they helped me too, like get out of that shell. Like yo, we gonna go do this, we gonna do that, and like of course. You know, you gotta get pussy, so that helps too when you gotta communicate with some women.
I say that was probably the thing that really kicked it up to the next notch. You know, high school, you know, you on the more girlfriend, boyfriend, so you know, you got all you need is, you know, you catch this one and she on the same wavelength as you. You know what I'm saying? And that's it. But you know, college, well, really, I say probably senior years when me and my kid kind of really got tight.
Yeah.
When I was talking about the same niggas I'm cool with now.
Don't let it bother you, man. Just a little wine, man.
That's it. But yeah, cause you know, we had our little group, little clique, whatever.
Yeah.
And it's bigger than the folks I'm talking about. But those ones was like, okay, yeah, the thing is, we was like, all right, well, shit, we ain't got no scholarships, you know, academic, sports, none of that. So, where can we all go? You know what I'm saying? Where we all get in type shit. So, we all went to Valdosta in Georgia. And then, you know, we 2 and 2 roommates. So, it was, I think, 6 or 4 of us. You know what I'm saying? And all of us still, you know, this lifelong friendship, one of them came to Thanksgiving.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? My brother didn't even show up. You know, now mind you, he was supposed to be meeting my brother there. My brother last second said, shit, I got COVID, bro. Wow. Count. You know what I'm saying?
Niggas probably using that COVID excuse for a couple years. Last couple of years, yeah.
For sure. This is a good one too. Niggas like, nah, don't even pull up. Right. It might not be, nah, stay where you at.
Stay where you at, man.
But
I wanna see the test, man.
Now, here's the crazy thing, you know, we get to college, you know, it's my brother, 2 of my homeboys, we all went up there together, but after the first year, it became clear to me, or I won't say clear to me, like those my niggas lifelong type shit, but the next year is when I met the folks I was really with, the folks that really, we, you know what I'm saying, you'd have thought we knew each other from elementary school.
Right.
You know, because they was on the same, we was on the same shit at the same time, and with the understanding that, hey, this is, or really, it wasn't even something you had to talk about, like, you know what I'm saying, like we,
same way.
Like, yeah, I know what you mean. Cause that was like I said, my one roommate. I mean, my roommate. He wanted to be friends. Like we gonna be friends. Like you're not gonna play me. You know what I'm saying? He's almost down there like a hoe or something. Like yo, you ain't gonna play me. Yes, I'm here. Like, but it was other niggas like that. It wasn't my roommates and that we played football together too. It was just like an automatic. You know what I'm saying? Like I met him. It was like yo, all right, we kicking it tomorrow too. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it was automatic with them niggas. I'm grateful for that shit, like, and then like, I learned something about myself too. In college, which is where you supposed to learn shit about yourself, or even if you didn't go to college, you know what I'm saying? Like, once you get out of high school, you're gonna start learning shit about yourself. But like, better, right? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, one thing I learned about myself, if I'm not learning shit from you, or if I feel like we not on the same page of like trying to grow and like think smarter and shit like that, you ain't really gonna be my nigga.
Being dumb might be the easiest way to make me avoid you.
Yeah, and I thought about some shit too, cause if you think about it, when you young, you really just that's the that shit holy, man. You just gonna let that flow. That's like holy, that's the shit Jesus made. Yeah, that's the blood of Christ. So we just gonna let that flow, man. I might not even clean that up after this. I'm gonna let that
just let that sit.
Yeah, I'm gonna let that stain, man.
Step in there, but you take your whole shoe off.
No, I was gonna say though, man. Yeah, man. I learned some shit, man. Well, you know, you're ever think about it, when you was kids and you was like in high school even too, you really just picked your friends by the niggas that was making you laugh.
Honestly, you're right.
Like you wasn't really like now. Granted, me my the way I think about it might be a little different because I had friends in Philly. Moved to Georgia, I ain't even had no phone, so it was thumbs up with them niggas. Like now, if I had kept growing up with them niggas, it probably be a different. I'll probably think about it differently. But as far as like the niggas I knew in Georgia, a lot of them we was just cool, just because we was all in the same space, and shit was funny. You know what I'm saying? Like if we found the same shit funny, we was friends. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It wasn't like we really connected on some shit. Like besides like football, we all played football and shit, or sports and shit, and getting girls and shit like that. But that was like we weren't really like mentally like the same. You know what I mean? Like so it's I don't know. It's funny when you think about it because it's like how you pick friends is kind of weird. Like you kind of just around niggas and just like he's good enough.
Well, I've always been, and I think that's part of, I won't say part of the problem, but my thing is, especially as an adult, I don't think I've ever attempted to try to make a friend. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's like, my thing is, you know, all my friends, this shit's organic. This
Right.
shit, if you're, you know, it'll click if it's gonna click. But I ain't never went out my way like, man, I gotta, what do they like?
Hang out, man.
Right.
And that's funny too. You said it because I did have like my nigga LT, me and my brother. Like I consider, like, I really don't even have like friends. Like all of my niggas that I consider my niggas is my brothers. Like them, you know what I'm saying? I die for them. Maybe not die for them, but like, I do something for them. You know what I'm saying? But no, like I remember when we first met. It actually wasn't that organic when we first met, but it was like he was a nigga who I knew I could trust. You know what I'm saying? Irregardless of the fact that he wasn't. So that was like kind of the only friend where I was like, I could pick, like I'm picking him. You know what I'm saying? Like I trust him that he don't care about shit. Like he'll fight for me if I need him to. You know what I'm saying? And like we can relate on shit. You know what I'm saying? Right. So it's like then you hit all the nails on the head. We go together.
This was a crazy one, right? So, how me, my nigga Ja, how we became friends, right?
You talking about?
Sound the same. But what's crazy, this was after the first year of college. I literally didn't do shit. So, boom, academic suspension. Back home.
Felt that.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm back home.
Felt that.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, that let you know you ain't doing nothing in class.
No,
Shit, what?
nothing.
You get
I know nigga
No,
with
that's if I went to class. You know what I'm saying? Literally, I just lived. I just lived on campus. That's it. But yeah, cause that's the thing, and that's what. Well, I'm saying I highly intelligent.
Yeah.
And I feel like it could be a hindrance because I feel like it made me feel like a lot of school just is a waste of time. Like that's my thing. Like don't give me. I'm in college. What the fuck are you trying to give me homework for?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Homework like a fucking worksheet type
Yeah.
shit. Don't do that.
Yeah.
Tell me when's the test?
Right. Especially
What do I need for the test?
Especially in classes where like you don't even need them.
Right.
Like I'm taking this elective because y'all make me pay for an elective, and you giving me homework in this bitch.
Like stop.
I should smack this shit up. Matter of fact, now I think about it, I'm really pissed.
Hey,
Why the fuck you giving me homework in an elective
college
class?
is a scam to me.
Why am I taking music classes and I'm trying to become a journalist?
Right.
Why do you know Mozart? That's not my.
Right. That's like something you choose.
That's a music major.
You probably chose that thinking it was gonna be fun.
See, that's the thing. I didn't want to take it. Like when I left Faulkner, I took a year off and I went to AU1.
Yeah.
When I tell you that's the only college I know that forces you to take courses, like I'm like, all right, I already took one.
Yeah. It's not the only one.
It was like graduate, you gotta take two.
Yeah, it ain't the only one. They all do that shit. Man, I was dumb. I'm telling you, I was even pissed about having to take English.
Yep.
I'm like, bro, because at first I'm like, maybe they're gonna teach me a different English that that I haven't learned yet or something. You know what I'm saying?
Something to add to
Like
it.
freshman year, like you know what I'm saying? That freshman year English
It's
class
the same shit you took as a
is
senior.
exactly
Yeah.
or less. It's
Yeah.
it's less of a it's less hard.
Same,
And y'all giving me homework.
everything the same.
Y'all might as well give me a spelling test.
I wouldn't put it past them.
Yeah, man, that shit made me mad as hell when I think about it. Then y'all giving me homework and electives and shit. I'm taking
And
Spanish.
then what makes it even worse, depending on what your major is the difference between you being able to finish or not. Like that's really the difference. Like my brother, at one point in time, grades the same. You know, he's supposed to be on academic suspension.
Yeah.
But since he's a communications major, he hollers at the dean. The dean lets him continue. Ends up getting his degree, right?
Yeah.
What's crazy, the dean over business, they said the only times he had ever done it over the 10 years he had been there was twice.
Yeah.
Had ever overturned anything as far as suspension, no matter what it was.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? So it's those slight differences, life
Right.
changing.
Yeah, life changing. That's crazy.
But with just to get back to the story, with me being out for academic suspension, there's still my homeboy's still there. You know what I'm saying? So I had this ex, Jasmine, right? Now while I was gone, we kind of went together, kind of didn't, and then we at one point in time we had broke up or whatever. So blah blah blah. The same cliques kind of hang together. Jock ends up being roommates with a nigga Gervais that I know, right? Cool dude, But the thing is, your real friends, they gonna make sure your name's still solid,
Right. Yeah.
So, the reason me and Jock are friends is Jasmine chose while I was gone, Jock type shit.
Yeah.
And he passed it up.
Oh,
He passed it up
Yeah.
because Gervais told him, "Oh, that's Mike." So mind you, I've never met Jock at this point in time.
Damn.
We don't even know each other.
Yeah.
But he did it off the strength type shit.
Yeah.
So then once I came back the next semester, he told me about that, and I'm like, you better than me.
Right.
But
Gotta bust that down for sure. Especially that there, man.
yeah, because now, in fairness, I still was coming up there like I go up there probably every month or so.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Probably spend a weekend up there and go
Right.
back. Cause I had started working and shit at that point. But yeah, I was like, hell no. But wavelengths wise, we ended up being in a clique about 4 people.
Yeah.
But everybody got it.
Right.
Same thing, and it wasn't I guess the big difference with it is it wasn't this the leader and y'all following this. It was everybody holding their own. We just got the same mindset type shit.
Yeah.
And that's hard to find.
Yeah. I feel that.
And niggas have groupies that are niggas too.
Yes. Yes.
This is sad to watch.
Yeah, I seen that shit. I be seeing that shit. Like niggas really be having nigga groupies, yo.
Nigga groupies.
That's the saddest thing I've ever seen. And you know how I feel about niggas that be like whining and crying. That's fall right into that category.
Sure.
Groupie niggas.
Groupie niggas.
They gotta stop playing with me. But fuck.
Works out sometimes though.
Yeah.
Because it ended up being somewhat the same situation. So, a fight break out. Niggas fighting for you like, shit, I almost swung on you, man. I don't know who you are, but
Right. Was it anything else from the Chappelle special that you wanted to go back to?
Nah.
We can flip on to sports. Talk about we can start with that LeBron shit.
Yo. The niggas are bullies, man.
That's funny as fuck, man.
Like, that was.
And he had I didn't know he had DeMar DeRozan on the team.
DeRozan always
Fine.
do shit.
He
ain't supposed to be with LeBron.
Them niggas teamed up against Drew League niggas.
Did they lose?
Hell no.
That's funny.
They dropped 72 between them two.
Damn.
But that's the funny thing about it. This year is like Drew League now is just more like cats from Cali, cats that's overseas.
Yeah.
They not. It used to be Drew League used to be strictly NBA niggas from across the
Right.
where you from. Y'all team up.
Yeah.
That's how the same way it is in New York when they go to Dykeman and all that.
Yeah.
Now it's just like cats, oh, y'all team up, oh, you wanna come play? So I seen Ron, I was like, hey, what the hell Ron doing?
You know what's really crazy? I think, with NBA games, you forget how big these motherfuckers are.
Yes.
This nigga Bron walking at Drew League and his shoulders above the tallest person out
Yes,
there.
dog.
I'm like, what the fuck? Bro, I'm like, bro, this rim ain't 10 feet.
Right.
You can't make me believe it.
He came down and Euro dumped. He barely got off the ground. He said,
Off the wrong foot.
Yeah. See, I'd have pushed that nigga. Look
Man,
at his career
them
he came out there with
nigga,
me.
them niggas was stunk.
and that whole gym, that whole gym,
I'm talking about you look just like this. That's how I was over here.
Just bleeding and shit.
That whole
That was the
gym
rest of you. You turned into liquid. Them niggas would stomp you to dust.
That nigga wouldn't have dunked on me, B. I'm telling you right now. I'm not in NBA.
Yes, he would.
I can't
He
get
probably-
suspended.
He probably wouldn't have done that.
I'd have pushed buddy.
You
Right
probably
out
wouldn't
there.
have. I think you forget how big that
You
nigga
know what?
is.
You know what? You're right.
You probably would have. Them niggas grabbed this nigga by both his shoulders and they 7 feet. They 7 feet tall,
Yeah.
grab my both his shoulders to make the layup, man.
Yeah.
Crazy.
That's crazy though.
It's weird because, like you said, with NBA cats being so much bigger and stronger, he do it on a nightly basis. But when he play against like regular cats, it's like, why he out there doing that?
And that's why I think
Got a
people.
little workout.
I think people forget not just how big they are, but like they didn't get here by accident.
This is the cream of the
Motherfuckers is watching them from like he was like what 15, 16 when they started watching him, 17, something like that.
12.
I was about to say it was earlier than that.
Earlier than that?
Yeah, it was eighth
Right.
grade. Eighth grade.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So it's not like they know these scouts know what the fuck they doing. Maybe they miss one or two every other 10
And
years or
if they
some
miss
shit
it,
like that.
it's a health and work ethic thing. It's the talent's always there.
Yes.
Anybody in the NBA has talent. The worst,
Yeah.
Brian Scalabrine, if y'all remember him,
Yeah.
he said it the
White
best.
Mamba.
That nigga said, I'm closer to LeBron than you are to me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, damn,
Yeah.
when you put it like that.
Right.
Cause
Nah,
you're pretty fucking far
Yeah,
away.
because I be fucking around. I be saying like Draymond kind of trash. Like I could probably guard that nigga, but I just be bullshitting.
With
That
that
nigga can
one,
go crazy.
That's different. I feel like with him, he has a mentality that most people don't. You can practice offense, but defense is either you got it or you don't.
I'm crossing the nigga.
You might be able to, but just know he gonna come back down. And he might give you something.
He can't guard me. That's a fact.
I don't know.
Draymond Green cannot guard.
If he gave you 10 shots, you might make it.
Nah, bullshit. Yeah.
But offensively, it's like you could tell he let it. He's talking about
I'm
Draymond.
about to say that.
Shit. He got his own pod.
That's what I'm saying. So, he said he the real media now.
Man,
He the new media.
That's cute.
That man saw so much mess on his podcast. I was like, God, dog.
She be tweaking.
But that's what I love about it now. It's like back in the day, like players didn't have a voice. Now it's like everywhere you look, everybody got a podcast.
I mean, that's social media in today's age. Everybody can have a voice. Anybody.
Well, I heard-
any bum on the street.
Right. I heard a good point about Draymond's podcast though from another commentator, and I didn't think about it like that. The one thing Draymond don't have is anybody else on his show. He just talk and say what he want.
Yeah.
I'm like, the difference with First Take, different with
It's my
with Skip
argument.
and them shit. Yeah, they got it's two takes and then
Right.
they probably still ain't gonna agree.
Right.
But Draymond just come out here and say his shit facts.
Yeah.
Alright, pod over, nigga.
Right.
Everybody got to say facts.
Right, that's my thing. Now you gotta have something to bounce it off. Cause I mean, some people gonna follow you regardless, but nah,
Yeah.
I can't just listen to one nigga say his opinion and that's it. That's
Right.
just it.
Right.
Nigga disrespected Curry. I couldn't believe that.
Who?
Yeah, y'all ain't hear that when he was like,
Draymond?
Draymond, yeah, they were like, but the long story short, he was like, he don't think if they didn't get KD at that point in time, he was like, I don't think Steph was at that level at that point. He was just like, nigga, y'all had, y'all
They
had
already,
winning shit.
right, you already did it, nigga. What do you mean?
But I feel like he's good, don't get me wrong, at his role, but I almost feel like he thinks he's a step above where he actually is.
Yes. For sure.
And I think
They definitely could have won those championships without Draymond. Put another solid big man right there.
Yeah.
They can definitely win those championships.
Draymond is the glue mentally.
He's the lead.
Physically, that niggas could have won.
But that's allegedly.
No. Allegedly.
Have you ever heard anybody else say that?
Yes. Niggas scared of him.
I mean, have you ever heard anybody else on the team say that Draymond was the glue?
The point guard. But I think he says that because
you can find. I'm sure you can find it.
Yeah, probably. Because there's fans in them.
But they say it because they say Steph and Clay are soft when it comes to being vocal.
Okay.
Now vocally,
I hear that.
without Draymond, it's like, oh, it's just a bunch of light skinned niggas shooting the ball.
Yeah, that's fair. I can give him that. You need that guy.
But when you got this rugged, dark skinned nigga that's spitting and yelling on everybody.
Why you gotta be dark? Rugged dark skin. So what you trying to say, man?
I mean, what,
that nigga sound like a fucking warrior.
Right.
Rugged
Dark skin nigga.
when he come out there kicking and swinging and cussing, it's like, oh, okay. I can put up 15 threes and worry about him playing defense.
That's
Okay.
colorism, man.
Okay, I apologize. I'm sorry.
So light skinned niggas is soft.
I mean, we're not gonna say that.
You just said it,
No.
Dark skinned niggas is
I
rugged.
said the media thinks since they're light skinned, they're soft.
Yeah.
But let's be realistic. When Draymond is out, the Warriors are not the Warriors. Offensively, they gonna make their threes here and there.
Having somebody who can switch on every position
1 through 5
is different.
Yeah.
But he ain't the only one in the league.
Exactly.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like, yes, he's solid as a position. Yes, he may be the vocal leader in that group.
But he's a hindrance on offense too.
He's a hindrance on.
He's definitely expendable.
He's got a lot more flaws.
If Draymond would have retired today, I would not be sad. Nobody else would probably be sad.
Nah.
Cause that's when Wiseman.
Once he gets healthy, Draymond might be
Wiseman 7'1", shooting the three now.
Yeah.
Move this.
Right.
Hey.
And you know what I'm saying?
Give him a chip and he.
Right. You might be a vocal leader, but who's to say that they even need that?
They do.
I think. Yeah, I was about to say. I think they.
Right, because it's there and they won championships and he was doing it. Take that equation out. I'm not gonna say they're not gonna win a championship without him yelling every 5 minutes.
I think with them, it's more of they've won so much together that they kind of put that together.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, he's vocal, he's the glue. No, it's Steph coming out here shooting 60-footers and not touching the net.
Right.
And one thing I'll say is he actually is a good defender. Like that,
Facts.
Like no matter who he's guarding,
Facts.
All you check out the numbers, he does shut down.
Right. He can't guard.
He
But
shut.
he is a good defender for sure. For sure, I'm taking him to the right.
He's a very good defender against cats that are like him. Because if we're being realistic, I mean, I guess what I'm about to say is me just being a fan. But you know what I'm about to say.
Yes.
Braun averaged 35, 15.
Man,
let's be realistic.
Brian gonna average 35 on any
That's
guy.
what I'm saying. But at the same time, you got cats like Braun.
Certain guys I leave out of category.
Yeah, Braun, KD, Giannis, Kawhi, and Embiid. I take them 5 out.
Yeah, and Curry.
Draymond
Draymond could not guard Curry if they wasn't. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not gonna cap you. Curry is a great shooter, but it's some cats. He just don't get off on sometimes.
But not Draymond.
But it's more of him missing shots that he makes. It's less of them keeping him from, like, if Curry has a bad night, it's Curry shooting bad.
Yeah.
I haven't seen many people that's just
Lock
like
him down.
they on his ass and he's missing.
Not all game. I mean, like most, like how I look at Curry is like he gonna score regardless. That's just how it is. It's basketball.
Yeah.
But when it come down to it, if you need a 3, if like when they played Cleveland in the finals, when K Love went out there and switched on him, he didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
K Love slow as dirt, still got a hand up, shutting it all down.
I was gonna say, man, it's funny
I
because
feel like he still got space to shoot a shot that he usually makes.
he
just
creates
missed.
that space.
But that's the thing about Curry. I hate this about Curry because if anybody else did it, they probably wouldn't be on the team. Some of the shots that he take and make are not great shots.
That's the same thing Paul George said. And we know what
I love that argument because Paul George was not wrong at that time. That was a horrible shot.
But
Depending on who you are.
That's what the whole league was saying. Like, that's what all the broadcasters and shit was saying. I was like, yo, this nigga is. They was saying it wasn't gonna last. They was like, yo, that's not gonna. He's not gonna make a career out of that.
He made a career.
He changed the league.
He
Like,
changed the league.
Curry's higher up the totem pole than people realize right now, just because of who he's around.
Mm-hmm.
He's the same way people say, like, when LeBron's career is over, people won't really understand what they saw until it's over.
Yeah.
I'm like, Curry's in that same boat.
Yeah, for sure.
Because I think Curry's higher up that list than we think. Like, he's very close to top 5 to me.
He's in my top 5.
He
top 10 for sure.
he's top 10 for sure. I think he was already there. But I'm like top 5.
That's tough.
If he's not top 5, he's top 6.
Which
You know what I'm saying?
that's somewhere.
If he ain't top 5, he's top 6. That nigga's cold. I'm switching now. Did y'all see the shit about Lamar Jackson? The nigga who was talking shit about him?
Former Ravens, actually. That's the crazy part.
Yeah. Fuck him. Fuck him. Niggas talk shit. I want to know what y'all think about what he actually said.
About top receivers not
Yeah, top receivers wanting to play.
I agree. But
You agree with what?
with top receivers not wanting to play, but it's not with Lamar. It's the OC. If you watch the Ravens play, the OC,
They fired him.
they perfect. So now they can actually get somebody in there that can actually utilize how Lamar plays.
So you think if some of the top receivers had a chance, they would go play with Lamar? You don't think that?
I still say no, but he's not as horrible as he made him sound.
I don't know if it's a shot at him. It's think about this because I actually looked this up. I had this argument with one of my dogs, who's a big Ravens fan, and I said, "Who's the last Pro Bowl receiver the Ravens had?" It's part of it's the team, just like you were saying. It was. I don't think it was 2000. It was 90s. The last time they had a Pro Bowl receiver.
Mm-hmm.
Look it up. Girl.
Now, if you like actually drafted to the Ravens, it's a long time. But
Yeah,
like
they won a Pro Bowl with the Ravens,
Yeah,
I should say.
it wasn't. It's like you gotta go back to the 90s for real.
Yeah, it's been a very, very long time.
What's the name? He went as a return. I know he went to the Pro Bowl.
He told me.
Yeah,
He went as
he went as a return. Okay, he was a receiver though.
I mean, technically, he had to play a position.
So it's the Ravens then not drafting good receivers or good enough receivers.
And that's what I'm saying. It's more than just Lamar,
Yeah.
but at the same time, it's the same way as Georgia Tech when they had Demaryius Thomas and then they had Calvin Johnson and then Demaryius Thomas. You're like, why would a top receiver go to Georgia Tech?
Yeah,
It doesn't make sense.
I see what you're saying.
The Ravens in the same boat. Like,
Right.
I'm one of those guys. I'm Devontae Adams. I'm Michael Thomas. Why would I go to a team that's gonna run 70% of the time?
I'll tell you what.
I won't.
Here's the thing, though. But here's the thing: if you pay attention to Lamar Jackson, as far as the team and the coaching, they may game plan Lamar Jackson actually running like that. That's in the game plan. Him running the ball. Lamar Jackson don't want to be a fucking running back. He wants to pass the ball.
Yeah.
He only runs it as much because
He has to.
not good enough blocking and not good enough. His receivers aren't getting open. If he could sit back there and throw that ball all day, I think that would be his decision and take off only when necessary, just like any other fucking quarterback.
Well, here's the one thing I'll say with that. Part of it is, the Ravens typically don't have great receivers, but I think that's because they're not trying to go there and do that. They're like, I hear everything you're saying. Yeah, we'll turn to a passing team. If you come here, we'll cater the offense to you. You'll never cater the offense more to me than Lamar Jackson. That'll never happen. You know what I'm saying? As a receivers, you got to think about what comes with that mentally. If I'm one of those guys at receiver, in my mind, I'm Jesus. So when I come to your team, you got to change this offense.
Yeah.
That sucks though, man, because it's like I feel like Lamar Jackson is just as good as any other quarterback in the league right now. I'm talking arm watch too.
He's getting better every year.
He's getting better.
I don't like too many of his passes are high. Is my problem. That's the one thing. Like as far as he doesn't, if you're a receiver, you want a long career too. The difference between the greats, the all-time greats, is they protect receivers when they throw.
Right.
If you notice Drew Brees, there were a lot of them. There might have been more yards there. He could have led them, but safety's gonna take his head up, so he throws it
Right on or behind.
down to the ground. He's making you have to catch it and go to the ground.
Right.
That's the end of the play.
Right.
Lamar, it's shit. You open.
He not acting.
Here you go.
So you saying
And he
not
gonna make
acting.
you have to catch it up here.
Right.
Fuck.
Okay.
I base that more on intangibles. Like you said with Drew Brees, one of the best quarterbacks that played the game. But Lamar, he's really getting into this passing thing now.
Yeah.
Like everybody's expecting him to just get the ball and run.
Right.
In his head, he's like, all right, I gotta read.
Right.
Oh, he open.
Yeah.
But this nigga on my back.
Yeah.
He might take a step wrong and just throw it. It might sell.
But also though, yeah, I think what you were saying about like him throwing it high and like sometimes that shit do sell like.
It's not even
That
that it
nigga-
sails. It gets to you, but it's not protecting you.
Right, but I feel like too, he's not being protected. So he
They might
like
ain't that bad though.
but it's when I'm watching this nigga play, there's too much fucking panic.
That's on him and the line.
Well, but you got to think the Ravens, they get them, what they call them, fucking hog models. They get a 6'8", 360-pound tackle. Yeah, he ain't getting to the outside too much. He gonna protect you while he can. Shit, if you break the play, you roll out. Hey man, you gotta be there. They gonna get to you before I get to them. I promise you.
I just feel like if when he has a chance to sit there, make a decision, get the pass off,
He's a good quarterback.
he's a good quarterback.
The other thing I'll add, if you notice the trend, the better quarterbacks can work with small receivers.
Yeah.
He needs bigger receivers.
He's never had a big receiver.
Right. He can't play with the 5'11", the 5'9" guys. Like that's why Hollywood's gonna go crazy with the Cardinals.
Could you imagine Hollywood Brown in the slot and them having two big receivers?
Yeah.
Well, buddy didn't work out. The big Miles Boykin from Notre Dame,
Right.
6'4". He got all
He wasn't bad. Come on.
the. No, I'm saying they drafted him high because they thought he was that. Yeah, but it's another one. Which came first, the chicken or the egg. Shoot, if he didn't end up on the Ravens, would he develop differently?
I got a lot of faith in my boy though, man, Marcus Jackson. I think if what Buddy said, the hating ass nigga said was true, that because he was hating like
a hating moment.
Yeah, he was a hating ass nigga for sure. Like, you know what I'm saying? But if that part of the hating was true, big, top receivers don't want to come play with him. I hope that changes, because I feel like they got to give him a chance, just like the media got to give him a chance, just like, you know what I'm saying? Like motherfuckers is too quick to be like,
That nigga Bateman is about to be nice. Like y'all just
Think so?
remember Rashad Bateman. Yeah, he was hurt early.
yeah,
Rashad Bateman's about to go crazy. That's part of the reason they let Hollywood go.
yeah.
Bateman's about to be the truth. And then of course, Mark Andrews. I like him.
Yeah, Mark Andrews is
I don't know why he's not named as much. It's always Kittle, always Kelsey. I'm like, Mark Andrews' numbers be right up there with him.
yeah.
Pretty close.
Yeah,
Because
I
the
am
offense
my
is
fantasy going crazy.
The Ravens' offense isn't flashy enough like a Kittle or a Kelsey.
Yeah,
If you put Mark Andrews with Pat Mahomes, his numbers would be the same, if not better. But that goes back to the offense and Lamar.
and it seemed like, and that's another thing too. When they go down, when the Ravens are down, it's like, all right, y'all know the game plan. I'm getting into right to Andrews. Like, y'all might as well, y'all been running these routes all game. Y'all not getting open. So I'm just passing it to this nigga for the rest of the game.
Some of them are real basic routes, which is part of why, like Marty, some shit like that. That's part of why he's gone.
I don't want to hear that shit. You give a nigga like what's my nigga name on the Bills receiver?
Stephon Diggs.
Yeah, Stephon Diggs. You give a nigga, you give that nigga a straight go route. He is not doing a straight go route.
Right.
He's putting that footwork in.
Right.
You're not gonna know what route he run until you got a touchdown.
But do
You
you
know what I'm
think
saying?
Stephon Diggs, if he had a choice, would go play with Lamar?
And by where you coming
I
from?
can't think for a nigga, but I would hope so. I would love to see some shit like
You
that.
would love to see it, but as a receiver, now you got to put yourself in the receiver's shoes. You have a choice of quarterbacks to go to. You're gonna go to Lamar. That's your.
I would.
That would be your first choice.
I would love my first choice.
I'm saying, if you thinking about your numbers, if you really thinking like,
What if I'm not a numbers guy? What if I'm a Les Wayne guy? What if I don't give a fuck who scored a touchdown? If I'm not open and you had to go and you scored a touchdown, now if you getting sacked or if you only getting a couple yards, I'm gonna be pissed.
No, I get that.
Throw that motherfucker up in the air.
if you're a top receiver, you're a numbers guy. You just said what it is.
I mean, sitting here, you can say, hey, what if I'm not a numbers guy? But let's be realistic. The NFL, you got a 5-year span to do something. If that. Let's be
And your
realistic.
contract is based off of production.
True.
As a receiver, your production is catching passes.
True. Y'all are right.
Yards.
Now, if we saying, we in high school, if Lamar was a high school quarterback we could choose to play with, let's do it. Friday night, we about to go stupid. But NFL, give me Josh Allen.
I might still say no.
But
You still might say no.
Bro,
I don't know. High school different though.
If the quarterback getting everything, shoot.
I'm sure I'm gonna chill.
But that's high school
I feel
football.
that.
The star's always gonna be the quarterback in high school football.
The star is gonna be the quarterback. I've seen it be.
Unless you just got a man child at running back or wide receiver.
Yeah.
We had a crazy wide receiver and a crazy running back. But I mean, quarterback's the guy. Quarterback's the guy. But the receiver, he the only nigga with 3 chips. You know what I'm saying? This ain't won a championship with our rival sophomore year.
Man.
His mom moved, came to our school, won 2 more back to back.
That's funny as hell.
That nigga was the truth.
Man.
Yeah, they hit me up on Facebook, asking for what it was. He hit me up on Facebook asking about a fucking asking if I had a Bank of America account.
Oh nah.
Ain't no way he got this game.
Oh nah.
No.
Damn.
Oh,
shit.
man.
I'm about to plug you in.
I'd have been like, not you, my guy.
Right.
No, they got to.
Yeah, bro, I couldn't believe I had started doing research like that. What the hell happened? Because I'm like, bro. But I think it was grades didn't let him go D1.
Yeah.
You
Went D, I can't remember what Georgia Southern is. I think they were D3 at the time. Yeah, and then they got caught with drugs or some shit.
Man.
And that's another one of the,
Right.
But athletically, yeah, that nigga
Right.
was true.
He had a mental capacity.
Cause he wasn't a skinny receiver either. He was probably like 6'2".
Megatron shit.
He wasn't that tall, but he was more like an AJ Brown type.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And let's not act like coaches don't hinder players.
For sure. They gatekeepers.
Yeah, cause I ain't gonna lie. If anybody who see this went to school with me, they know a couple of coaches done hit a couple levels.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I don't understand why though. That's the thing that's so weird to me. It's personal shit, or
Listen.
I just don't see how. If you're the coach of a superstar, future superstar, shoot, that's bringing eyes on you, your program. Shoot, if you're a high school coach, that might be what gets you to be a college coach.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Help you move up the ranks.
Yeah.
You
Nah,
be an asshole.
I've seen in situations like matter of fact, when I went to school, I went to school in the same league that you played in. I went to school in Kentucky though. The coach, he was an ex-player, or the linebacker coach. I was supposed to play linebacker. That was my position my whole life. You know what I'm saying? The coach was an ex-linebacker for the school. He was like one of them graduate coaches, graduate assistant coaches. Long story short, he let all his friends play start at linebacker. You know what I'm saying? His little buddies. Man, these were some not to be racist, these were some white boys that was like 190. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got moved to DN and I still played like my freshman year and shit, but it wasn't even me who I was mad about. it was other niggas who was cold, like who was clearly faster, clearly stronger, clearly could play the position better. You know what I'm saying? Like we would go up against, you know how varsity go up against, yeah.
We ain't even got our best guys up
They smoking like going crazy, and they still just like, nah, he's not my friend. I'm gonna play my friend. You know what I'm saying? So it was more like that. And it was a little racist up there. You know what I'm saying? I said a little racist because it was more so just like, I don't know y'all niggas. I know these white boys who I've been around for the last 5, 6, 10 years. You know what I'm saying? These my homies, so I'm gonna play them. That type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Or I know their parents. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. Matter of fact, there was one dude, I think it was like this tall. Started linebacker, yeah. That's not the crazy part, and I swear to God, I can confirm this with 2 niggas right now if y'all don't believe me. He got blocked. They didn't even tackle because he's playing linebacker. He got blocked so hard he shit himself on the field. Oh, no. We just went all white. We had the cocaine whites on. He shit himself. His name was Matthew Jewell. After that, whenever we say, I gotta take a shit, we say I gotta Jewel. That's funny. Yeah. And guess what? Back on the field the next week, starting linebacker. But his dad was the DC.
Oh yeah, you could have gave that up. That's all right.
But I'm saying though, it's.
I was gonna guess he was a booster or something.
Yeah, it was clear better athletes that were supposed to be starting at linebacker. One of my best friends, he didn't end up starting to the senior year. I'm like, oh, you was cold, like.
Yeah, I mean,
and he was a linebacker
at the college level. I'll say that.
That shit is.
I've seen worse in high school.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. It's
like for example, my high school, the varsity basketball coach was the O-line coach.
Yeah.
And mind you, I told you 2 chips back to back. Went to the chip the year before. Like it's football school, 100%. Basketball is second, maybe third.
Right.
You know. So the fucked up thing, I actually made the team senior year. 4 practices in, the same star receiver I was talking about, decided he want to play basketball. Nigga didn't do trials, didn't do nothing. This nigga decided he want to play basketball. I get cut.
That nigga, you knew as soon as he walked in the gym.
Bruh. Bruh. I didn't think it was gonna be me.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? I didn't think it was gonna be me. I knew somebody was going. I'm like, oh man.
That's crazy.
And what's even more fucked up about it, and you know, what I kind of look at myself with that is that was the only year I actually tried out. You know what I'm saying? That was when I was like, okay, I know everybody here. I know, yeah. So
that's how high school basketball is. Cause I
line coach
in my city, the cat that was coaching when I was in high school, he had the same team every year.
Yeah.
Tryouts was just to say, oh, we had a tryout. Mm-hmm. Time trials over. You know who you is. Yeah. Meet me in the corner.
Right.
He'll pick up 1 cat every year.
Right.
Just one cat. Yeah. My 9th grade year, I made it. 10th grade year, made it again. Position coach, like, y'all done with that. What you mean? You play football, you're not playing no basketball.
That's funny,
but it was just O-lineman though at the time.
Yeah.
Cause I was going back and forth with DL and OL. He was like, "What you playing basketball for? You ain't get no scholarship in that."
Yeah.
Then I'm like, "You ain't man too." But as I thought about it, I was like, "I'm probably not gonna get over 5'9". Basketball cool to play at PE for me, but football is probably what I'm trying to get some type of look.
That's what gave me the that's what finally made me try out. They was going crazy in PE.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, PE, all that. I'm playing with the niggas on the team. I'm like, shoot.
You step in the gym. Oh, we got. Oh, they all like me like that.
Yeah.
You try that one, you get picked up. You're like, I might have been missing out on some things.
But now the real fucked up thing is like my dad was always gone. You know, the military, he'd be overseas. So my mom, she made me and my brother pick one sport freshman year. And she was just like, that's your sport, so you might want to get good at it. You know what I'm saying? If you want to play it or whatever.
Funny, man.
Yeah, so that was part of it. Now I I feel like if I really, really wanted to keep playing football, I could have. But pride was my biggest problem. I couldn't handle not starting.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I couldn't. But then you get there and you understand why you're not starting.
Right.
The nigga in front of me got a 5 o'clock shot on. You know what I'm saying? It's 9th grade. He's 6'3", 250.
Yeah.
Or probably.
Shit.
Nah, he probably more like 220 at that point in time.
Yeah.
But you know, then you remember what's his name? It's the D tackle for Georgia. Then he ended up on the Jaguars. Avery. Damn, I'm surprised I forgot to say his name. But yeah, he was DN at that point in time. Nigga ends up being, by the time we graduated, he like 6'5", 270. You like, it made sense.
Yeah.
You know, but I'm like, fuck it, we hooping. But that probably would at least get them free electives, stay in weightlifting and shit.
Shit, yeah. I thought I was cold at basketball. But no, it's funny because I was type decent. You know what I'm saying? Like I was decent, right? But then like when they was talking about, oh, you trying out for like in high school, you trying out for like, nah. This shit's fun, man, but I can't take this shit
Ball
serious.
is a different ball.
Yeah, man, like I'm cool, man. And it was we had a lot of scrubs, so I probably could have played, but I ain't taking this shit serious, man. I'm not gonna fuck with y'all like that, man.
That senior year, that was when I was shoot, that's all I was doing was hooping, you know.
Yeah.
You know, I had did the shit perfect high school. I had took all those electives early.
Yeah.
So senior year, I got 2 PEs.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying? So,
That's
and
the word.
Right. Then after school, shoot, we still hooping. That's it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, shoot, I'm like, what, senior year, probably like, 6 foot, 190. But that was when, you know, everybody or at least could dunk a little bit or do all this shit. You know, give me a couple tries. But yeah, that was when it was like, okay, yeah, you got everything. But I think part of the reason is, like I told you, I was a 3 or 4 stuck in a 1's body. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. He probably like, okay, we got this nigga now, shit, fuck it. Yeah. Put him, if you swap them two, you know, it's understandable. Yeah. He wasn't a point guard at all.
Well, nothing like track. Well, nothing like track, though, man. I miss track.
Mr. Winner.
Yeah.
That was what it was. Shoot, track, shit, you go out there and do your little event, but shoot, 90% of it, you sitting up there with the girls.
Yeah. I always had the very last fucking event, because I did 400, and it was like Team C or some shit like that. Mm-hmm. Like, niggas be packing up. So the rest, like before that, I was just chilling. Like I do shot put, but that only take like 5 minutes. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But before, I'm just walking around chilling. So I had a girlfriend too. I ain't giving a fuck. I ain't giving a single fuck. I walk around trying to talk. Cause she had defense. She was cold, like in track and shit. So she had defense like all day. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm walking around trying to cheat. And then look, so when I see her do something, I'm like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? Nah, I'm trying to cheat. Yeah, that's it. Trying to slide or something. Damn, I don't remember what else was on that list.
Shoot, I used to do the disc. What was it, like 7th and 8th grade? Then disc. I ain't really do the shot put like talking about.
Yeah.
But then when this nigga Will Zunino, big Samoan motherfucker, showed up, I don't know how we ended up in one of Robin's. Yeah, that nigga, everybody quit. Everybody quit all the field events. Hey, he got it.
Right.
But mind you, he was like 300 pounds. You know, so he was already big from then. And then he was him and this nigga Jerome, who was white.
Yeah.
They were on the front of Rivals. Both of them is the O-line group. Northside was winning them championships.
Yeah. They something about the tackles.
They might have both. I don't think Will was in the inside. think he was a guard or something. They might have been. I don't think they were on the same side. I can't even remember. But yeah, both of them motherfuckers shoot at that point in time. This is senior year in high school. They like 6'3", 3 something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like they were college size O-linemen in high school. So
Randy, put that list up.
Who?
Put that list up.
Put one list up.
you skipped Orlando Brown first. That was the end.
Oh, that's because I didn't memorize it. I just said the first thing that came on my mind.
Only thing we got left is Biden son.
Oh, yeah. Alright, so, fuck yeah, y'all voted for Biden, right?
That and never mind, I'm tripping. Thor, Biden's son, and red flags in a relationship.
Okay.
But that could be a whole podcast in itself.
Okay.
Easy.
Okay.
We can say that one. We'll say the red flag. But, nah, we get to the Biden shit. So, but, y'all niggas did vote for Biden. Y'all voted?
Unfortunately, I did vote for him.
Y'all voted for Biden. Yeah, y'all some sick fucks.
Who you voted for?
For Biden. I'm a sick fuck as well. that's a fact. I never denied that. So Joe Biden's son, Hunter, I think it's Hunter Biden. It's videos of him doing some freaky, some weird, some crazy shit. I don't know how these videos got out. I know for a fact that one of the videos, he was weighing his crack.
Yes.
Showing it to some prostitutes.
About to have a good night. I mean, that's my thing is, man, I think that's one of the things that's kept me grounded in life is I do not put people on pedestals. I don't, there aren't many people who I don't put people I don't know.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like for example, everybody knows I'm a big Michael Jordan fan.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? All these different people. Gucci, my favorite rapper.
Yeah.
I don't know them
Right.
personally
Right.
at all. I don't put them on a personal pedestal. They're not
Right.
my role model.
Yeah.
Nothing like
Yeah.
that.
Nah, I feel that because that's how I've always been. I'm like, y'all, I listen to this nigga's music, but if he walked in here right now, I'm not gonna lose my shit. I'm not gonna lose my cool. And yeah, like, I'm not fangirling over no, you know what I'm saying? Like,
I mean,
come
walk
on,
into
man.
your house with the fuck, buddy.
yeah, but he go, like, if he walk in my crib, but he go get shot. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't give a fuck who you is. Like, Hov is, you know what I'm saying? He's somebody who I, not even just like he's my favorite rapper, but I think he's a smart guy. I think he's an intelligent guy. You know what I'm saying? At no point will I be standing outside of a arena waiting for this nigga, or standing outside of some type of pop-up shop or anything like that. I don't even care to go to concerts and shit because I don't look up to these niggas like that.
I haven't. I've never been to a concert, but I have been to you at the club when a nigga perform or some shit like that.
Yeah.
I will say I do. There are some people I do want to see in concert because, from my understanding, from people who have been to concerts, it's not the same. You know what I'm saying? You get it because you got to think about it like this. It's kind of like going to you can watch a basketball, football game on TV all you want, HD, 4K.
Yeah.
It ain't gonna give you the same as you were there and you saw it happen. You're watching the best of the best do their craft. This shit is art.
Yeah, that's
You know what I'm
cool.
saying?
That's cool. Like maybe like cause they say like do some wild shit. It's actually like a production. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But for me to just go and watch a nigga sing his song, I'm cool on that. I just don't look up to motherfuckers like that.
I don't feel like that's a look up. That's more of a going to an event. You know.
I mean, if you look up to niggas, just say that.
I'm just saying.
You went to a Rocco.
But that's the thing though. Like,
Rocco.
Oh,
you went to a Rocco show?
okay.
That's the only one. Like you went to?
That's the only concert I've ever been
Did he
to.
bring anybody out there?
It was just him the whole night. He got straight. Most his songs, like his funeral.
Right.
The other
This morning.
Yeah. It was 2013.
Oh damn.
Yeah,
So he fell off already.
Nah.
He just made a clip. He just showed up to the club before the song.
It was at Tuskegee. So
Oh,
I had
okay,
I had
show to
I had a
one
weekend
class.
off. I was like, because three of my homeboys who got scholarships, they was their freshman year, so they ain't travel that weekend. Cause they was red shirts, so they was like, I got a concert at Champions. They do it.
Yeah,
It was hot in that thing though.
I'm sure.
And that's their basketball gymnasium.
Oh damn. Oh, that's. I get it now. Oh, nah,
I
man.
guess that goes back to what I said. Basketball gym, I got you.
But nah, man, I don't see myself ever going to a concert show. I don't, and I think also too, it's like, for one, I'm not getting the same thing that everybody else is getting. That's there. I'm not gonna be starstruck. I'm not gonna enjoy it that long. I don't even, like, a lot of motherfuckers, like, I'm gonna get bored. I'm gonna wanna go home. At some point, I'm gonna look around and be like, yo, this shit is, how long is this shit? He doing, how many times is he gonna do this song? I don't like the song that
I
much.
don't think niggas doing one song.
Nah, niggas be doing songs over and over, depending on, like, how the crowd,
I mean,
you know what I'm saying?
Like
I've never been to a
I
show.
haven't been.
I've seen videos though, man, where motherfuckers be like, matter of fact, it was
Have y'all seen the Roddy Rich video? His
Keep-
DJ.
Yeah.
DJ kept playing it back.
oh,
He was getting
for
pissed.
real.
Yeah.
What was he playing? The box?
It wasn't the box, it's the other one. I think it was-
4G, like 40,
Yeah.
me.
No.
DJ Mustard.
Is it the older John where he like down? Is it down below?
Yeah.
Yeah. Nah. Yeah.
He kicked it off. He got to the mid verse. Oh, you heard?
Down
Let's
below.
run it back, bro.
Nah, that's funny, man. But y'all saw the other shit where somebody had ran up on stage while Roddy was up there and yeah, security got him down and Roddy just ran up and kicked that nigga, bro. What?
Yeah, the security got to be the pin about to come on stage. Roddy went all out his way.
No.
Yo, I was weak as fuck,
He ran off
bro.
the stage and kicked him. Oh, he was like right inside.
He traveled a little distance.
He probably ran. He probably
Probably
jogged
from here
like
to the front door.
If you
Yeah.
have to jog,
he jogged. He
anywhere,
had a
That's a-
little jog, kicked that nigga in his face.
Yeah, no,
That's
yeah.
crazy because he had like a running start.
That's assault.
Kick that nigga. That's assault, bro. He can go to jail for that. That's crazy.
That's assault.
The attack was over, my nigga.
You already had him pinned. You decided you
You
want
might as well whoop me to the back and whoop my ass back there.
But I think it's one of those things. Once you shoot, you done jumped on stage. You ain't gonna do what they want to you at that point.
I don't know. Maybe it's the security, but not the performer.
You performing and kicking ass.
He kicked that nigga, and it looked funny to me. The Roddy Rich small,
He's tiny.
so it was like a little kid kind of just like give him a little foot. Yo, that's funny as fuck.
But what about when Plies was on stage and Buddy just came and
He
just
got fire security.
Yeah.
color money?
I don't know why they fuck with flies anyway, man.
You don't like Plies?
Nah,
Oh,
no,
you said
I don't know why they fuck with them. Nah, yeah, I fuck with
He
flies.
was just in a small club or whatever.
Yeah. Flies funny as fuck, man. But all that shit, segue from time to night and shit. He was weighing crack. There's a lot of crack if you're weighing it.
Yeah.
And not cocaine either.
Correct.
It was crack.
I mean, but it would be news if he wasn't already known to be on drugs.
Facts.
Like they knew that before the trial.
Right, that's
Not
a
trial,
fact.
before
This event, this particular moment.
Yeah, so I mean, we don't know what the date is on this video. It could have been an old video of him on Wayne crack. Could be new, but I mean, we already know you're a crackhead. You know?
Right, we already know you're a crackhead. We already know you be wild.
If it was Joe, it'd been news. But I mean, it's the other body, son.
Right, the weirdo boy. Yeah. I just thought it was crazy. He had a lot of crack. He weighed it up in the video. That's the thing about
I
it.
do it on video.
Right, that's the thing. He not only did he weigh it, he made sure they was recording. Yeah, and that he was his face was in that shit.
I don't know.
And he made sure the prostitutes was in the video too.
Imagine how much of that actually goes. I don't know. 'Cause like,
Oh, that's going on every
I don't
day.
think they do crack. I'm sorry. Politicians, they bumping them noses
Yeah,
for sure.
yeah.
Like,
But crack?
Hey,
That's a different animal, bro. That means he's like, fuck it.
hey,
That's crazy, man.
what else?
I mean, but once you get, that's the thing with you folks, once they get into drugs, you know, it takes more and more to get where they were
Yeah.
that first time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So now it's, okay, so what else can get me, hold on, so this is a quarter of the price?
Right.
Yeah.
Shit. Give me all of it.
Shit, that's
Give me,
why they waiting.
give me a right. Give me all of it. Put this on the scale.
How much is this to say for
I did, since we talking about Jersey, a lot of Jersey shit, I did want to talk about Kodak. Got arrested again. I'm like, I used to kind of be on the side of like, damn, I wish these niggas would stop doing dumb shit so they start getting locked up. At this point, I'm tired of seeing these motherfuckers get locked up. Like, stop pulling these niggas over. Leave. Kodak just got the fuck out, dog. It ain't been that long. Leave that nigga alone.
Here's my biggest thing with it, is these niggas move dumb. Is my biggest problem. You're in a now. The thing that threw me off, they said he got pulled over for a legal tint in Florida, which I thought Florida didn't have an illegal amount of tint, but this means he probably had his fucking windshield tinted. You know what I'm saying? Which you ain't supposed to do.
Who gives a fuck?
Police.
Right, but
But-
they don't for real.
Well, here's my thing. If you're in, because let's just keep it real. He's probably in some nice ass car.
Right,
You know, they might have got behind him. You know, I think they said he got a suspended license.
right.
So, did they say that?
No, I think his registration.
Registration.
Was,
Okay.
Yeah.
So your registration is expired.
Yeah.
So if your registration is expired, why are you riding around with
Large amounts of drugs.
right? But not just that. Of course, you know we don't know how true this is. They said the car smelled like weed.
I'm pretty sure.
Probably.
Yeah, and I'm like, bro, that's another one of my things. Like, nigga, you in the South.
Yeah.
The South, we are gonna be the last ones to legalize this shit. Why are you smoking in the car?
Yeah.
I've had this conversation with multiple people. I'm like, bro, even when I was smoking, I'm like, bro, I'm not smoking in the car.
Right.
It doesn't make sense to me.
I'm-
Unless it's parked. You know, a little different.
Let me raise it.
They found 75K in a clear small bag containing 31 tablets of oxycodone.
Now, them trying to hit him with trafficking,
Trafficking.
I'm like, I think he'll beat it because of that. He'll be part of it. It'll turn into a lesser charge. Maybe
That's
possession.
fucked up though. I mean, 31. It was 31 tablets, right? That's what it said.
Mhm. 30 oxys and 50,000 in cash. If they pull anybody else over, they're gonna say they're trafficking.
But he's a fucking rapper. You know he's rich. He probably always got 50,000 in
They
cash.
probably, but I mean, if I'm the police officer pulling you over, I don't fucking know who Kodak Black is.
And that's what.
Once I pull him up, I see Bill Capri in a rap sheet this long. Yeah, you're going to jail
Nah.
right now.
They know. They
You know what?
If he run in
If he
Florida,
was-
them cops know who Kodak Black is.
I think you would be surprised.
That shit is on the news, just like you know what I'm saying.
I
And
think you
they,
would be surprised how much white people don't give a fuck about what black folks do.
but that's what I'm saying though. He's not just a black folk, and he's not just a rapper.
He
Like
might
you
not
said, he's a rapper criminal who's been yelled as a rap shit. They know
They
that.
see
He
criminal
might,
first.
he might. That's what I was just about to say. He might not be as famous as we think. You know, to think that it trickles to all the way. Like he ain't Drake.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? It ain't trickling. Like every 40-year-old white person, they know who Drake is.
Yeah. Either way, man, I'm tired of seeing this shit. I'm tired of seeing the RICO cases. I'm tired of seeing the rappers. Somebody, and yes, you got clearly it's their fault
Yeah,
that they're getting arrested.
No,
You can't, right? Yeah, they're not arresting you for no reason. They don't have nothing to put on you and shit. But either way, I'm tired of seeing this shit.
30 oxys ain't get planted on you, bro.
No, granted though,
You can plant
to get it with the
50,000
trafficking joint is crazy because he probably planning on doing all the oxys himself.
Yeah, it's probably for
Maybe sharing it with the homies and some
I'm like,
hoes.
okay, then why you riding with it?
True.
That's my
And
biggest thing.
that's stupid
You-
because he could have had anybody else had that shit.
That's why I want to know more. Like, who was someone in the car with him?
I don't know.
Because his baby mama tweeted. She was like, "Shoot, if I was with him, I'd have stuffed all the boxes in my cat."
His baby mom said that.
Yes.
That's some real nut shit. It's some real shit.
I'm like,
It's some nut shit, yo.
I hope it's in the bag.
FBI.
Yeah, she don't give a fuck.
FBI agent on Twitter, we got him.
Every time you get pulled over, once in on this.
Right.
Nigga, this is my mind. We already know how you roll.
Right.
Don't call for us.
God damn. That's funny as hell, man. She said she would put the pills in her cat.
You might just 30.
That's crazy as fuck.
You mentioned Rico's. I was riding to work actually the other day,
Mm-hmm.
and the lead detective that's actually on the Rico case is saying she's gonna be making 2 more busts
Right.
By August.
by August.
Damn.
So now I'm like,
I seen the list. YSL on there. I mean, not YSL, 4PF. Lil Baby in there.
I don't think they ain't doing nothing like that though.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
He might not be doing it, but of course, being that he is,
That's the thing about it, though. That's
It don't matter.
what real. It's like you could be if you funding it. That's what I'm saying. Like he might be around. He might not be. He might not never have a drug in his hand at any point. He might not never have drug money in his hand at any point. But if the niggas that he with or that he been with forever is still in the streets, and he the one with all this fucking money, and they feel like he's funding it, or they got evidence that he's funding it, that's really all it takes.
But I mean, there's so many different cliques in Atlanta. I mean, she said 2. But I mean, we gotta remember they got 21. I think Lil Durk live in Atlanta now.
Yeah.
So
I don't. Is OTF supposed to be like, I don't know, or you think they gonna be part of that, or could be one of the targeted ones?
I don't know.
That's possible.
that might be something. No, Chicago.
But I mean, that's the thing though. I mean, yeah, they do live in Atlanta now, so
Yeah,
they
all
could
Be a
be.
little easier for him now.
Yeah. But because I do know when
It don't have to be tied to rappers actually, too. It's just gangs. Shit.
well, that's the thing though. It's
That's who
they're calling it high profile because they're getting the ones that rappers are tied to. Right. Yeah. That's why they call them the high profile Rico cases.
Hopefully it ain't, like Young Nudie
Man,
like
so
that, because you know them boys involved in some shit.
the sad part about it is, the sad part I was thinking, I'm like, damn, either these niggas all about to catch Ricos or they be lying in their verses. It could only be one of the two.
Or, I mean, or they could be moving right. I mean, I think they're gonna stretch themselves out thin. Y'all trying to do 3 Ricos
Yeah.
all at the same time.
Mhm.
Now I know typically they supposed to have all the evidence and all that, but it shit better be airtight. Especially since you done told everybody.
Right. That's the scary part. It damn near has to be for them to get the charge together, the Rico charge together. So it's like,
They either got it already and everything.
yeah, that's the scary part. But also,
She
I
could
feel
be
like,
lying.
yeah, that, or also I feel like because it's high profile, that might give them a little bit more leniency, like as far as getting those warrants and shit like that, or being able to get that charge.
But you know, with stuff like that, when it comes to
Yeah, that shit on purpose, bro.
that it's in the wood now. That part of the flow. That ain't
Don't worry about it, man.
Just put that together.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put some like, what's that shit? You know, how, like melt some like plastic over it. That way it's still there, but I don't like stuck on the sticky. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Yeah.
Or you can just mark it.
Nah, I can't do that.
Okay.
But nah, man, I don't like this shit. I don't like this shit. And I don't know. I'm not saying like I don't like the cops doing the investigation because I mean, when you think about it, if what the cops and the DA and shit are saying is true, then that's a lot of fucking bodies that they're responsible for. Which it just fucking sucks. It sucks that shit's happening. It sucks that motherfuckers that's high profile are still having to, whether they're guilty or not guilty, they still have to deal with this shit.
Well, I've never liked the fact of niggas sitting in jail until trial.
I hate that shit.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I get it, but you saying these niggas flight risk. Now, some of it flight risk or, they worrying about witness tampering
Yeah.
I'm like, shit. I don't think they gotta be in jail to do that. First,
No, they don't.
not a flight risk.
Like Thug, man, Thug could be at home right now. Like, ain't no need for him to be in prison or
No,
in jail.
shit, I say Gunna. The difference with them two, people gotta remember, Thug was in juvie for like 5 years. This nigga's already been locked up for a long time, so he's on a different level than Gunna.
Yeah, I don't think he calls it on harm. That's what I mean by that. Like, he ain't calling on harm himself personally.
I don't know.
Now Gunna just want to wear his clothes and be out.
I think folks gotta remember. I think y'all completely forget this shit goes back years.
Oh, Thug is a menace for sure.
Y'all don't remember Rich Gang, Young Thug?
Yeah,
I'm not aware of any criminal activity.
I bet.
I have never, I wouldn't even assume that. I imagine that when these guys rap about criminal activities, that they're lying.
What Dirk said.
That's my assumption.
I feel you on that with some people.
Nah, man, Dirk's a liar, Thug's a liar, Gunna's a liar, man. They just put on a show.
Everything we say is a prop.
Right.
Just in case
It's
police
all
listen.
props.
It's all props. Hey, that's a disclaimer right there. In case you went to me.
This shit all props.
You just lying on the track.
I saw a meme, show Lil Durk with them scared eyes talking about when Fed say they don't give a fuck about them saying this is all cap. They got Lil Durk like, you don't even know what cap means.
Right. Oh man,
Wow.
that shit's funny though.
These niggas getting too descriptive, man.
Too descriptive, man. And then it's also the crazy part about it is when they start like the situation now with YSL and it's YNF. It's supposed to be like YFN. It's supposed to be like their rival gang or the gang that they've been rivaling against the last few years. If I'm over here talking shit about you, specific shit, and you on the other side, you know what I'm saying, saying the same specific shit or saying like, oh, this happened because this happened, and I'm looking back, I'm like, damn, wait. So what you're saying is you killed him and then
As
they
retaliation.
killed, right? Yeah, as retaliation.
And then you
Right.
shot at his mommy.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. You know what I'm saying. Now, granted, like I said, for me, I'm almost 99% sure that these niggas is lying. You know what I'm saying? Because black men don't cheat. Black men don't commit crimes. That's a fact. You know what I'm saying? I've never seen a black man commit a crime. I don't know if you have. I don't know if y'all seen black men commit crimes. I've never seen it in my life. But yeah, I hear things, but you can't say. You don't see say. You know what I'm saying? You don't see say. You know what I mean?
Definitely
Right.
assume 99% is lies.
Right. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
It's a snap effect.
Yeah, Young Thug seems like a stand-up guy to me.
Kids, take care of his kids.
Take care of his
man.
kids, man. You know what I'm saying?
Sad what happened to his beat, I don't know.
Some bullshit.
Yeah, for sure.
There's a lot of niggas shooting women, man. It seems like, or a lot of that shit in the news.
Yeah.
I'm like, shoot. Wow.
Yeah, I don't get that. I don't get that.
First person they can get to.
I never understood
Even
that.
if you arguing with a female and you pull out a gun.
Oh, you just mean in general.
Yeah.
Most cats, man.
Yeah.
Cats weird nowadays.
Right. It was one nigga, I don't know if y'all know West Side Gun. I heard a rapper. He wrote with Benny Butcher and him, Brazil, the nigga from like Buffalo. He got a song where he like, I know where your bitch stay. I know where your mama stay. I'm like,
Can't be that
that's for yo dog. Like, come on, man. My.
You telling these people this.
Come on, man.
shit. No.
Yeah. But it's like I always felt like even like not in criminal shit. You know what I'm saying? Like outside of criminal shit, you don't involve somebody like not just their family, but definitely not the women in their family. Like they just at home trying to cook deals, trying to make sure niggas is fed and shit, or like you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Working hard and shit. You know what I'm saying? Like trying to take care of the household and shit. Like they not out here with us.
There aren't many rules no more to anything. You know, social media. I feel like social media as a whole is taking a lot of normal society rules, even street shit, but everything ain't no more rules for real.
Yeah.
You know, nobody feel no shame for nothing.
Right. Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. That shit sad. That shit sad as hell. Damn. We was gonna talk about the red flag shit, but I think we say that.
That's
the
just
next one.
That's an entire episode.
Yeah, that's it. But that was it. That's all I got. I got anything else y'all want to discuss? Straight. Alright, that was episode 1 of the drop. Y'all be easy.